The members of parliament who are allied to William Samoei Ruto, those who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, are finding it very difficult to deal with that aftermath. During the impeachment moment, they had the support of other members of parliament, and it was a unanimous thing. But after that impeachment, each and every member of parliament has to go back and face the electorate. They thought that after the impeachment, Rigathi Gachagua would lead some protest against that impeachment. Instead, Rigathi Gachagua has decided to keep calm, urging his people to maintain peace. Rigathi has beaten them in their own game because they wanted to use any slightest move to protest to portray Rigathi Gachagua as a violent man and corroborate their allegation that it was Rigathi Gachagua who infiltrated Gen Z's protest to topple William Ruto. Rigathi still enjoys some intelligence because he's got his people within the government. And they told him, keep calm. Don't go to protest. And with this, they are confused. Now, the second strategy was to ensure that those who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua were to stay away from their homes and let things calm down. But this again has backfired. The other day, the member of parliament of Nyeri town stormed Nyeri town and he was heckled when they thought that things have subsided. People are no longer, people have forgotten. They are no longer thinking, they thought that they are no longer thinking about that impeachment. They will align themselves to Kindiki. Mount Kenya West have said, we have not forgotten, but we will not try to fight back on the streets. So it is being said that for William Ruto, he's very comfortable because before he went for that impeachment motion, he talked to Raila and Raila gave him that support base. And they had talked about 2027, most likely in exchange of the African Union Commission seat. If Raila gets that seat, sources indicate that William Ruto will not so much want the support base of Mount Kenya, but he will base his campaigns in Coast, Western, and Nyanza, the support base of Raila Amolo Odinga. And because he controls the IEBC and the deep state, they will do the thing. You know what I mean? But for Mount Kenya fraternity, the people who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua, it is all hell and doom for them. And they have been giving William Ruto pressure to do something so that they are accepted in their areas. And the plan was, William Ruto was to go and start launching projects, at least to help them ahead of 2027. And this would culminate in homecoming ceremony of the new deputy, Kithure Kindiki. But the NIS report that they get is not all that palatable because Mount Kenya is quiet, but it is not a dormant volcano. It can erupt anytime. And I want us to read something because there is a strategy that they found that is almost dangerous to me. It is said the president's allies are relying on the development projects that President Ruto will be launching in the coming weeks to salvage their political fortunes ahead of 2027. That's okay. Part of the strategy will be multi-pronged and will involve avoiding hitting out on Gachagua during the political rallies and instead focusing on development projects. You understand what is happening? Wakienda pale, hakuna kuongea mbaya juu ya Gachagua. Wao ni kusema sisi tunataka amani, sisi tunataka maendeleo, tumewaletea maendeleo, hatuna maneno mingi. Why? Now, Murang'a Senator Joe Nyotu, a close ally of Gachagua, confirmed that they are aware of multiple plans to help those who voted against the former DP enhance their popularity. That is not even the gist of what I want to talk about. Now listen further. Nyotu alleged that there was a plan to arrest and charge Gachagua so that his critics could use that to come to his defense as a way of endearing themselves to the residents. The senator claimed that part of the plan would be instigating propaganda of the impending arrest to test the waters. And this is what exactly that I hear there is a comeback plan being devised to be rolled out that entails sponsored propaganda that Gachagua will be arrested and charged in court. Then those in Mount Kenya who sanctioned his impeachment will then come out to launch his defense, urging the President Ruto regime not to prosecute Gachagua further and in the process appear to be fighting for him. Now, do you remember after the Finance Bill 2023, when the avocado farmers realized this was hitting them directly? And then when some KRA officials were sent to train them on how to use, is it e-teams or something? Walifukuzwa, and they started telling them this thing is bad, yet they voted for it. I remember even Gachagua himself had to call them for a meeting, telling them that we are looking at what is ailing the avocado farmers. We are told that is the very strategy that they want to use. They want to start with the propaganda that Rigathi will be arrested. And this is the reason why I think people like Majadong and Gakuya have cases on their necks, so that they will be going with this propaganda. And maybe these people will be arrested and locked up in court. Then the multitude members of parliament who voted to impeach Gachagua will start campaigning in funerals, in Harambes, and saying, you cannot arrest our son. It is enough. You have impeached him. Please let Rigathi be. They will be pretending to be mad. Wanamwambia William Ruto, hapana, imetosha. Sisi tulitoa Rigathi Gachagua, tulikupatia bradhake. Sasa wachana na Gachagua, apumzike, aendelee na familia yake. They will be selling this propaganda, and then maybe they will even arrest him on one Saturday, maybe one Friday morning, and all these people will be thronging the courts or the police station where he is, and they will be saying, they will be calling press conference, all of them, saying that we are now united behind our son. Look at these people. Look at these people. What does this tell you, ladies and gentlemen? When Rigathi Gachagua told you that all politics is local, when Rigathi told you that he listens to the people, when Rigathi told you that you should ask the people whether they support the impeachment of their son, you thought it was a joke. Now even going back is a problem. They've been hiding in their Nairobi homes. They can't go to their rulers. Even Kimani Chungwa, I hear, is using a helicopter, a chopper. During the campaigns, they used to do a door-to-door campaign, telling them I'll be offering servanthood leadership. I will consult you. They can't go back to those places. The strategy is, William Ruto has also told them, if you want me to help you, you must go back and pacify the ground. Do you remember that MP who was giving cabbage? You will see more of those, and this is the time to reap. But remember, that is your money. It will be recollected again in 2027 once they are re-elected. So, ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi told them that is the aftermath. I was telling someone that you can take the DP cap from Rigathi Gachagua, but one thing you cannot take away from him is the grip on Mount Kenya base. And I told you that Rigathi Gachagua is not Uhuru Kenyatta. I always believed that Uhuru was a prince who was born and bred in Statehouse, and he was just picked there and he was forced with this leadership, and he matured. One thing I must agree, he matured all the way. For the 2 terms he was the president of the country. He did not bother so much when William Ruto went there and stormed Mount Kenya and took all the members of parliament, hoodwinked all the followers. When Uhuru realized that this man was going away with the support base, it was too late. He went there trying to launch developments, trying to caution them, tafadhali. He even talked in his vernacular. It was too little for him, because for William Ruto is a born crafty. That is him. William Ruto, if you've seen the way William Ruto is wired, the man knows how to get away with everything. And Rigathi Gachagua is not like Uhuru. He knew William Ruto had, launched this plan to remove him, but he said, Nina baki na Mount Kenya. So it is hot down there. They want to now champion this propaganda so that waanze kumtetea, but it has backfired because already we know it. So that immediately they will start this thing like, oh, wanataka kushika mtu wetu. People will tell them, oh, tunajua. We know your plans. It is hot. And let me tell you, members of parliament who voted to impeach Rigathi Gachagua will never see the light of day. From what I hear, will be voted out. And William Ruto has got a big task ahead of him, because if all these are going, all these members of parliament will be voted out, and then by chance William Ruto is elected to be the next president, where will he take all of them? What watakuwa wanataka? PSS, ministers, ambassadors, what will he do with them? But even before that, there's even one of the biggest tasks of trying to unite Mount Kenya East and West. And I don't know whether it rests in the shoulders of Kithure Kindiki. He cannot, I can assure you, he will not. He will not unite. And the members who impeached Rigathi Gachagua, I don't know how William Ruto is going to help them, because already they know William Ruto is a launching president, launching even those projects that have been launched before. They are going to do it. Markets, every little thing that they're going to find on their way is going to be launched. But will this change the tides in Mount Kenya? It cannot. Mount Kenya is quiet, but they know where the rain started beating them. They voted the wrong man. That is what they're now saying. In fact, I meet some of them and I ask them, sing for me that song. Si uchawi ni maombi. Sing for me once again that song. I don't know. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is the reason why even launching those cases against Gakuya and the closest allies of Rigathi, they are not going to take, to do that very soon. Because they fear it can trigger a violent rebellion, something that they don't want. For William Ruto, he has said goodbye to the support base or the votes in Mount Kenya. And he has to work hard to ensure that Raila's support base go to vote in 2027 to the man, because there are some statistics that are not good, that even at the time when Raila, their man, was contesting to be the president, we still had some registered voters who did not turn out to vote. And you know why? Others have already switched off. They're saying, kura itaibiwa, so hakuna haja na Raila tatupeleka tu kwa barabara. Some of them. So they need to work hard to ensure that all these people are wiped to go and vote. Especially now that maybe Raila will not be on the ballot box, on the ballot paper. Waking up to go and vote for Arap Mibei, for William Ruto. I don't know. They must work hard. For Mount Kenya, they woke up and they really voted to the man. And there are fears that if they do that to another candidate, William Ruto might have it very rough. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is tough there. Do you think this will change the tides just by using this propaganda? They want to go there with development and they want to arrest Gachagua, and then the members who impeach him will go there, wanamtetea. This is dead on arrival. Mount Kenya people are not stupid. Once bitten, twice shy. And if there is something that William Ruto will live to regret, is impeaching the son. Luckily for him, he's got Raila on his side with the support base. But for the members who are coming from Mount Kenya, doomsday for them.